Hello, hello. So, dear audience, my name is Anton. I'm here from Calimero network. And the thing I want to talk to you about is what we're doing, obviously, and also why we firmly believe that's the future of how the web, also the past, how the web should interact. So, very quickly, what is Calimero? Calimero is general purpose framework, development framework for everyone to be able to build peer-to-peer applications, which in essence means that whoever uses the application owns their own data within the network they decide to share that, right? So for instance, imagine I want to start my own instance of Slack, and again, like just generally, I imagine everyone understands what I mean about, but still, I want to be able to run my version of Slack or whichever else thing where all the data that I'm exchanging with only lives within the network that I shared with. So what it means, as usually it does with peer-to-peer networks, every representative has at least one node participating in the network. At that node, they have some sort of private key that has a representative public key, and they can join other people's networks. So it's in many ways similar to, I imagine, anything that you've heard today, including what Martin was talking about, but it's kind of even one more level of abstraction above. And also TEEs is one of the things that we are currently working on integrating, simply because we believe that one of the things that historically stopped people from embracing peer-to-peer approach in building more general purpose application has been the user experience, not even the dev experience, the user experience. And, okay, I did a huge mistake, it went asleep. So, I'll go, yes, give it a second. I'll have my finger on the trigger, so it won't fall asleep again. So yes, now I think enough with the generic talks. Let me get straight to the point. I'll do it quickly, and I'll show you what we have right now. We are still in the stage like pre-production stage. We hope by Argentina to get our user and developer experience even to the better level than it is right now. But what we have right now is pretty sweet, and I think it's a really, really cool opportunity for the hackathon, because we worked hard on like generating a prompt that you can use to bootstrap to build your Calimero application, and at the same time, coming from the nature of what it is, you can combine it with anything else you build. It's like just like the proper next level of extra privacy and extra decentralization. So, without further ado, let me show. So we have this part as a part of the hacking guide. So it's the same document, which has the links to the thing that I will show you now. It has the link to the prompt that you can use for bootstrapping your application, and all the other good bits. We also have this, not this. So this is the prompt. You basically go to the raw mode, copy it, add it to the context for your cursor or whatever you use, and you can just, in the end, say, okay, with all this stuff above, create me application that would do this and that. And we did, 2 days ago, we did a workshop, and a person from the audience came, and just like without ever hearing anything about Calimero, started, copied the prompt, did the bootstrap, vibe coded the general application, and it was like with a few tweaks, it was working like within, I don't know, 20 minutes. And we're here to help you if something is not working like amazingly. We also have this walkthrough that I vibe coded about the example application, which also, like, I really made sure that the initial concepts are properly described, and the initial concepts are generally application. That's your kind of business logic described and compiled to WASM. and then your binary that you can share with others. It's like, think of it as an app store. So you install an application, and then you invite someone to join your application, but they don't even have to go and install the application manually. The download of the application is a part of the payload of the invitation. So the other participant that you want to join your application just simply needs to run a Calimero node, which by months from now will be also one click. And then context is a network. So imagine you have one of my examples here, which God knows in what browser it is. So yes, this is like a quickly done version of Slack that we now started using internally full time, which basically we have this amount, like these are the participants. It's of this channel, like not of all channels. And all the data only synchronizes between the participants. But it not only it synchronizes in the real time, it also has built-in callbacks, for instance, that I will show you in the next example. And just like, it works nice. Basically, under the hood, Calimero started as private shards of Near blockchain. So under the hood, we have a very similar thing to Near, but we ripped off the consensus and switched it to CRDTs, which are conflict, I will never fucking remember the name of it, content-free, conflict resilient, yes, what he said. That's the brains behind the operation. I will never remember it. I will always need him to tell this. Yes. So that's what we have to instead of consensus, and that's also what makes it kind of super fast and super easy to use. And that's why also the whole idea is behind, think about a lot of things in blockchain where people want to do every single, I don't know, blink of an eye as a blockchain transaction, where you really don't need. And then you're like, okay, well, we need this different type of verification, which doesn't have full Ethereum security, but it has enough security for something. And when you think about it like deep enough, maybe it doesn't really need that like a lot of computation to be confirmed. In this case, it's all about substituting your backend systems with basically traditional backends that are not centralized. Like super simple as that. And our job here is also to make sure that you don't feel extra kind of technical burden from using it, right? Because like right now it's all about competing for end users' attention. So that's one of the things that's like up and coming. Another example that I wanted to show you here is the Battleship game that shows you like some of the functionality of callbacks, etc. So right now it's not your turn here in Brave. You can see this is node 2. Context ID is 2mm and public key is 7i. Here in Mozilla, I have node 1. Same context 2mm and ENB identity. And it's my turn. So I can fire a shot right now. Again, we go, here you can, on the board on the left, you don't see the shot. So let's say I will hit it probably. I fire a shot. I go back, it's already represented here. I did hit, I can fire shot back. This is one of the recent things that we added. It's like your state change. And like moving one step back. So basically all the nodes in the network, in the context, they synchronize the data between each other. But only the nodes that are part of the same network. And what I showed you right now is basically that not only you can synchronize the payload, that you can actually trigger other actions based on that payload, simply based on how your business logic is executed in your application. And in essence, it's all about making sure that the developer framework is simpler even than what you usually expect from something like Ruby on Rails or whatever like people building centralized systems are used to. Sandy, write something in the chat. Demo channel. Let's show. battleships I showed, let's show this as well. No, general is too much trash talk. I already added you to the channel. Of course, live demos. I just wrote, yo, Sandy, it's not showing. Yes. So we still have some quirks on the front end, but like all this stuff, it's not on blockchain, yet it's verifiable, it's in your own network, and it's like you can use it for all the things that are not like heavy funds related. It's all there. So the idea is that coming from like the way we see it is that the adoption should originate from Web3, and we already see a lot of other companies like over the years, and now the new wave doing similar things. But the idea is that where we still have a lot of centralization. We have centralization in front end. It seems to be being solved now, and we have a lot of centralization in the backend services because like we still are in this what I believe to be a temporary glitch, because even the web wasn't like that from the beginning, but we're still in this part that is super centered, centralized, you always need to find someone to blame, etc. That is centralized backend. And in this case, you just like basically you torrent for the win. Yeah, so again, coming back to, I promised to make it short, it's not that short, but we have a lovely prize pool. We are very, very keen to see good teams building on Calimero and being the first, like early adopters, giving us feedback is the most important and all. We are here through all of the hackathon. So even if for some reason you start with the vibe coding prompt and you get stuck, please just come to us. We will help. We will help debug, we will learn together and all that, and we are very, very excited to see like the community help us make web decentralized again. Thank you very much. I can answer questions now or not now, like all the time here. And whenever you want, I am here for answering questions. Those people in the back are as well, in the hats. And we have a booth, yes, and yeah. So please, if that's your cup of tea, come speak to us about it and all. Please.